Hey all my awesome artists, Mr. Bond here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a pop art inspired portrait using the Sketchbook app on your iPad. Okay, the first thing you're going to do on your iPad is you're going to click on the Sketchbook app. If you have not yet already downloaded, make sure you do that from the App Store. Hit pause and come back once it's uploaded. Okay, so we're going to click on the Sketchbook app to open it up. Okay, once it's open, you'll see that there is a toolbar on the left-hand side with your different pencils and brushes and erasers. At the top, there's another toolbar with different functions, and on the right-hand side is where you're able to see the layers of your drawing. Okay, we're going to look at that top toolbar and click on the first icon that we see there. It looks like a little paper with some bullet points on it. Okay, that's going to allow us to open up a new sketch. So you're going to click on New Sketch and Create. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a photo of one of the selfies that we took for the last project. So if you look at the toolbar at the top, you'll find an icon that looks like a rectangle with two little triangles or mountains in it with a plus sign. You're going to click on that, and that's going to allow us to import an image. It should open up your photo roll. Select the photo you would like to work with, and here you can use your fingers to drag, to enlarge. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so it kind of fills up more of my page. And I'm going to click the Done. Okay, once I have this done, you can see it shows up in the bar on the right-hand side of my screen. What I want to do now is I want to create another layer that I'm going to do all my work in. So I'm going to click the little plus at the top there, tap on that. And you can see it creates a box above my picture there. You can toggle between these layers, but whatever layer is outlined in the blue square like that is the layer you're going to be working in. So right now I want to work in that blank layer there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the tool I'd like to work with. I'm going to work with the fountain pen. Okay, so the fountain pen is about the fifth one down. I want to, and you can see this little bar here. So this tells you the color and the size of your pen. I want to adjust the size of my pen to about 5 points. That's a good size for this project. And you want to make sure the opacity is 100%, and that's going to give you the most solid line that we can. And then now just click outside that box to close it. I want to change the color to black. So if I use one of the bars all the way down at the bottom, that bottom bar, and I slide that dot all the way to the left, it'll give me black. Next thing I want to do is I want to trace over my portrait. So I'm going to start by tracing over the outline of my head. I'm going to take my time and trace over the shape of my head. Okay? I want to make sure at the top here that my lines are closed because I'm going to be using that later. All right. Now I want to start tracing more of the details of my face. So you can use your fingers to pinch in and zoom in and out, and you want to trace all the different details of your face. So the more you zoom in, the easier that can be. So I want to trace the major details of my face. So I'm going to do my eyes. I'm going to draw the shape of my eyebrows, the shape of my hair, okay, let me get this other eyebrow. Now, these don't have to be perfect. You just kind of want to roughly get the right shapes in to kind of create this kind of very cartoony version of yourself. You can add some some of these little other lines that you see. Okay. Now, one way to check if you got all your lines is if you look where your picture is on the right-hand side there, click on that box and click on the little eye that's in the top left corner, and that'll make your portrait disappear. Okay. Now, you can see I pretty much got all of my facial features done in my head, but now I want to do my neck and shoulders also. So I'm going to make sure I can see it again. Click back on the layer above it, and I'm going to trace in my neck and my shirt. Okay. All right, now if I make my portrait disappear again, now I want to make my shoulders. I'm going to now kind of make up these lines, make them look like they go and continue all the way off to the edge of the page. Now that's going to be important when we start adding some color to our picture. Okay, so now it looks like I have a kind of this cartoonish version of me, just a very simple, bold line drawing. Now I'm going to start adding some color. So when we add color, we're going to choose 3 colors to work with today. And they could be any 3 colors you want them to be. Okay? So when we want to fill in a large area of color, we're going to use the little bucket tool, which is at the very top in the toolbar, and it looks like a little bucket. Make sure that you click on the first rectangle there that says solid fill. You don't want linear or radial. You want the solid fill. And it'll give you, where the brush is again, oops, this color thing. So you want to click on the color and select a color that you want to work with. I'm going to choose orange, and I'm going to make all of my skin colors orange. So you can see what happened here is when I clicked on that shape, it also colored in my hair. That means one of my black lines are not touching. So I'm going to zoom in and look. Oh, and I can see it's right there on the left-hand side. So I'll go back in, back to my fountain pen tool, and I want to go make sure it's black. And I'm going to make a draw there. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my bucket tool, and you can see I might need to change the color back. So if you want to get the exact same color, if you use this little tool that looks like an eyedropper in the top right there, click on that, and you can drag this circle around and the crosshair, wherever you drop it, your circle is going to turn that color. Okay. So anywhere I have my skin, including my lips, my ears, and my neck, I'm going to make this orange color. All right. Now I'm going to choose my second color, and I'm going to do kind of maybe a bluish kind of color. Like a turquoisey kind of blue. So I can play around here and pick the right kind of color I want. And I'm going to use that for my hair. All right. And if I want, I can even get this little spot in there. All right. All right, so I'm going to do my hair color. And then I'm going to choose my third color, and I'm going to make my eyes and my shirt that color. Okay, so I'm going to color in my shirt, and I'm going to color in my eyes. All right, so basically you're going to color yourself in with just 3 colors. And that's all we're going to do for today. So when you're done with this, you're going to click back on that first icon in the top toolbar. You're going to click on the gallery, and you're going to click Save Current Sketch. Okay, and it'll show you. If I click back on that, and it brings me to there. I'm going to click on that little icon at the top there again, on that top toolbar, and I'm going to click Share. And I want to click Save Images, and that's going to save it to my camera roll. So if you go back in, now if I look in my camera roll, in my photos, it should be there. All right, let's see. Yep, it's right there at the bottom. You can see, I can click on it. There it is there. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and were able to follow along with it. I can't wait to see what you guys can come up with. Have a great day. Stay awesome.